Hello, welcome to the Demai Design channel. My name is Ilyasu Demai, and today we'll be learning the introduction to Pixellab. Introduction to Pixellab, and in today's lesson, I'll be explaining all the elements down here. Then after that, we'll work on the top one, and I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm going to briefly explain it. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, when you open your Pixellab, this will be the interface you see. You see all this, and then this, and this one too, if you are using the normal Pixellab. Okay, so first of all, the first element, which is this, my project, is where you will find your previously saved project. And so as you can see over here, I have some projects here. I have some projects here, down here. So anytime I work on something, I can just save it here, so that at any point in time I can just bring it and make some changes to it. And that's what we call the project. And all these things are the default background. And when I say background, all these canvas are your background. So let me see, if I click on this thing, as you can see, the background has changed. This, let me remove this text first. Okay, so as you can see, we have this. I can change all backgrounds. You see, as you can see, so they are all background, and it work under this. See these three circles intertwined into each other. They are all it deals with the background, and that's where you find your saved project. Okay, now let's move on. So the next element is the A, which is font. Okay, let me change it to our normal one. Okay, so the A is font. That's where you can put your text. For example, if you open it, you see I can just put a text there. Let me change it to my name. Okay, maybe my business. Let me make it the Mali Design. And as you can see, I have the Mali Design here. So first, after you type your text, you have the edit, where you can edit, you can write whatever you want. The delete, where you can delete your text, or the copy, which will duplicate it. You see, as you can see, it has been made too. And then we have to front. The to front, I'll explain it later. It is when you have many elements and you want this to come in front of all of them, then you use the to front. And the to back to same position is where you can move it around the background. You move it to the place you want. And as you can see, this is the slide. It tells you how you want to move it, whether in 1 pixel, 2, and the higher the faster it will go. And that's it. So we have relative position. This one, just like the name explain, it moves this in relative position. For example, if I want this to be at the center, I'll just click on this. This is the center. So we have center vertical and center horizontal, and this one too, as you can see, it has moved it. And when I check with my rule, you can see that this has been the center. As you can see, you see there's rather, so means it has been centered. Okay, so let's move on to text. So this is the size, text size. You can increase it or decrease it. And then we have padding. The padding, when you want to bring some space at the end, we have left, right padding, and this is normally used in script font. Sometimes you write your text, then one of the numbers, just like this D, as you can see, the D is not showing, so you have to use padding. You have to use padding in order to make it come on. Most script fonts are like that. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so after the padding, we have color. This is where you can give color to your text. You can give blue, and this is the default colors, but you can also change the color you want. If the color you want is not here, all you have to do is just press this plus button, and as you can see, with this you can move this black circle here around to choose the color you want. Let's say I want this color, you just drag it to there and click on OK, and as you can see, it has been changed to that color. So that's with the color. We have texture, that one I'll explain it later. Then we have opacity, where you can reduce the opacity of the thing, whether you want it to be visible or partial visible. And it's also handy in graphic design. There are times you don't want the text to be showing this, you want it to be visible a little to blend with the background, so you have to use the opacity too. And then we have rotate, where you can rotate the text. Then we have what, masked. This one too will be explained later. Okay, so we have font. So the font is where you can choose how you want your text to be. And as you can see, this is the normal Pixellab. This is the default font for it. So let's say I click on this font, and as you can see, my the font of this text has changed. You can now see it now. Look at it now. So let me change another font. Okay, you can choose, and there are a variety of font, but know this, you can still choose your font in or add a font to Pixellab where you would like to, because for this it's not enough for me. And as you can see, you see my font here. That's where I've added my font, and there are many fonts I have, many uncountable. So as you can see, and I have a font file, so if you are interested, you can just comment below, and then I'll provide you with a font file. And then okay, after the font we have B star, where for here you can make the text either bold, italic. The U is for underline. As you can see, it has underlined it. And then let's see, the T, the one that has been crossed, means it will undo everything you do here, everything, those three so let's say I do underline and I don't want it again, so all I have to do is I'll just click on this T, then I'm done with it. We have curve. You can make the curve to how you want it, but note that when you are using the curve, okay, I'll explain that too later. Okay, then we have background. You create background for your text. As you can see, I'm creating background for my text. I think this is beautiful. Then we have align. You can align your text whether to center alignment, middle, okay, left alignment, and right. And okay, so that's with that. We have spacing, where you can give under the spacing you can give space to the words or the letter itself. And let me show you. You see, when it's at the letters, when I move this slider, as you can see, the space between it starts to enlarge. But let me just go with the words, and you see the space only come between the Mali and design, and that's with it. Okay, let's move on. We have line spacing. This one too, when your text is you have many texts here, you can space it so that the space between the lines. So let's imagine there was also the my design here, and when I do, you see that the space between it will increase, and that's with that. We have stroke. The stroke will give a stroke to your text. As you can see, when I choose like this, I can change the color to the one, and as you can see, I've stroked it. And the stroke, you can give it a gradient, and the gradient is two colors. You will be working two colors. As you can see, this is a gradient stroke, or okay, gradient stroke. So let me just use this normal, the color, one color. Okay, after the stroke, then we have shadow. You can give shadow to the text. Let me remove this stroke and the background, and I'll show you this. Okay, so the shadow, it gives shadow to your element, and as you can see this, you can now see this having a shadow, and you can even manipulate how you want the shadow to be, whether you want it to be what down. You can blur the shadow, and as you can see, I've blurred the shadow, whether you want the shadow to be at the left or offside Y, as you can see. So let me change the blur a little bit, and let's see. Okay, so so and so, as you can see, I've given what a shadow to this text of mine. Okay, and that's with that. And this inner shadow, it gives the shadow, but it will be inside the text, as you can see. This is the inner shadow. That's the use of the inner shadow. After that, we'll come to emboss. For the emboss, I'll have to explain it later. We have 3D rotation, where you can rotate it to however you want. As you can see, I've rotated this x-axis, and then we have y-axis rotation. This is the y-axis, and then we have the x-axis rotation. That's with the rotation. Then we have 3D text. That one too will be explained later. If you want to know about this, just comment below and I'll make a separate tutorial for this one. Okay, let's move on. So I think we are done with the font side. So we are moving to this. So this, as you can see, this, if you click on it, we have many elements here. And okay, let me delete this text. So if you click on it, we have stickers. The stickers, you can choose any sticker you want to use in your design. Let's say I want to use this conversational one, and then or this cake or whatever. But normally I don't normally use this in my design. Maybe this, I may use this, and that's it. These two, I've used it before in my logo design, and as you can see. Okay, so that is that. We have emojis there. Then the second one is import. So when you click on this, you import any picture you want to bring to your design. For example, let me just click on it, and then okay, so I don't want to add this logo. Okay, let me add this back. I downloaded this background to be used, and as you can see, I have this. I've imported this into the into my workspace, which is the canvas. And there's something I didn't explain in this, which I would like to do that right now. So as you can see, when you bring your text, you see this small circle at the end, and there's one here. So this one is used to enlarge and so if you want to make the text big or small, you use this. You just click on it, then you drag to how you want it. And this one too, it helps, as you can see, so it stretches the text. That's also under enlargement, and that's it. Okay, so let's come with this. I was working, so I've imported this into my and you can use root select. If you want to change another design, if you just click on it, it will open your gallery. You can choose any one you want. Let me see. Okay, as you can see, it has been changed to this. Okay, then we have delete, where you can delete it. We have crop. You can crop out the spaces like how you want. As you can see, this circle crop. So you see, okay, so as you can see, I've cropped all these black parts. I've already explained and color all those things. Okay, so we have eraser. you can erase this thing. Let's say you don't want some parts, you just erase it out. Okay, and then erase what background eraser too. So I have a tutorial on this. You can just check my page. You see the what a tutorial with the erase tool, especially what explain tutorial and the secrets in with the erase tool, the rotation, all this I've already explained it. Okay, now let's move on. So after the stickers and import, we have draw tool. You can draw on this, and then we have what we have shapes. You can bring in shape that you want. Okay, so let me bring it this square. So I was saying that I'll explain the to front and to back. So as you can see, this is on top of this the element I brought. So let's say let me make it to back. As you can see, it is now at the back of what the it is now at the back of the element what I've brought. As you can see, it's now at the back. But when I click on what to front, okay, this in the front. Let me click on the shape. When I click on, okay, this copy. When I click on the shape and I click on to front, as you can see, it's now on top. So that's the use of the to front and to back. And in the shape part, the shapes, you can change to any shapes you want by clicking here. And as you can see, we have arrow in any shape that you want. You get it here. So the shape, we have opacity. I've explained that already. You can see color, stroke, and all those things. So there are many things there. Okay, so after the shapes, okay, let's move on to this. This is with the background. It deals with what the background. So as you can see, when I click on this color here, I can choose the background for my my canvas, the background I want to work with. Okay, so let's go with the black, and this transparent will make the background transparent. So as you can see here, there is nothing here in the background again. Okay, then we have image size. So that's the background size you would like what to create, and from here you can change how you want the background. This one let me okay, this 128 1280 and the aspect ratio is what 1:1, means is a square what shape. And then you can even get what a custom background size like the Facebook cover art. And as you can see, this the normal Facebook cover art. Then we have many here, and as you can see, okay, so that's really this image here is an already prepared background. As you can see, I can use any of them in my design. Like this one is beautiful. It's a beautiful design background. Let me see. If I want to design with it, I'll get what something nice with it. Something what welcome to my page. Sorry. Okay, as you can see, I can design something with just this. I'm getting inspiration from this already. Okay, then we have from Gara. This is where you choose a background, a picture for your background. So let's say this here background, I say I'll use it for a design. Okay, let's see. Let me see. I'll crop this, and as you can see, I have it as what my background here. I have it as my background, and this from camera where you can use less. Okay, so let's move on. This is the last tool here. It helps to what to manipulate the background, and it helps you to edit the background, like the rotate. As you can see, you see how it's, and then we have vagueness, but mostly we don't use it, so I'll skip with that. Okay, so let's move on to the top elements here. So you see this plus here. The plus is, and when you click on it, you have text, what, current day, sticker, shapes from gallery and draw. So all this plus have many of these elements here. It has many of this down here. So instead of just clicking on this, or you can just click on the plus. So let's say I want text, as you can see, and I have my text here. I have my text here. Let me see. Anyhow, so as you can see, I have my text. Then current date, it shows you the date. The current, it shows you today's date. And then okay, so let's see, we have sticker where you can open the stickers I showed you earlier, this. And then we have what, shapes. We've already explained with shapes, so you can import shapes from here. And then what, from gallery, where you can what, import the elements you want to use. Okay, let's say I want to use this. As you can see, I can just import it. Okay, let's go draw. You can use the draw tool with this one too. Okay, and that is that. And you see this here, elements here, it helps you to revert back what, to your previous, what you have, your previous move. So let's say, okay, I've moved this here. So when I click on it, you see it has brought me back to where it was. You see, I deleted this, but with this backwards option, I can bring it back and work on it. And but the only downside is that there's no front or forward move. So when you move it backwards, you lose everything you have designed previously. And as you can see, okay, so that is that. Then we have this, it's used to what, to zoom in your text. Sometimes you have to input an element or a text and it's very small, too small. Let's say it is small like this, so you wouldn't be able to see it or place it well. You can't move it well. So what you do is what, you click on the zoom and you can zoom it well. And then what, after that, you click on this again, the zoom, and then you can move it around to any place you want. Then after that, you just click on it and then you are back again. This is what I call the ruler. It's a ruler which tells you how your text is placed. For example, when I put this here, when okay, let me, if you come to the ruler, we have this two here. When there's one, just like how it seems, it's like it show you the relative position you are in. So if I'm in the middle, it will show me that, oh, you are the middle here. It will just alert you. And then this is the settings. So I can delete this ruler. I can delete it, or what, I can add some. As you can see, I'm adding, and this one too you can delete and add. And this, with this you can select how many you want to use. Okay, let's say 5, and as you can see, and that's with that one too. Okay, I hope that's understood. Okay, so we move on to this. So this here is where you see everything you have done what, on your work. So let's say, let me bring in text. Okay, let me change it to the Mali design. Okay, as you can see, is here. And with this, I can either make it on top, or this is the to front. Instead of just clicking on the to front or to back, you can use this, and you click on these small shapes here, then you move it to the top, and as you can see, it's on top of this element. Or you can move it backwards, and yes, it's at the back. So this is where you find all the work you have done all the work you have done here, and what you can even what edit or do see what, and you can even arrange everything from here. This key helps you lock it so that it will not move. As you can see, when I can't move this again because I've locked it to what the place. So when you are designing, it's very important to sometimes lock your your things or your work so as not to move unintentionally move it. Then that's the side. You can hide it too when you don't need it for now. You can just hide it, then work on it later. This is for edit, and you can see there's copy, size, there's copy here, there's size here, then there's relative position, rotation to front and to back, and that's with this. So this, we are moving to this. From this one to, it works with the base about the background. So you see, use image from gallery. Okay, so you want to make an image a background just like this, just like what I've done here. Okay, so you use that option, and then we have full screen, we have use image from camera and all those things. And this one will give you codes, there are many codes there. I don't want to waste, you can just go there and check it out yourself. Then we have this here, and this where what you can save your work, as you can see. So anytime you want to save your work, you can leave it at the JPEG, and then you save what to this. You click on the dimension, change it to ultra. If you want a quality design, change it to ultra, then you save to gallery. So let me see, let me go to my gallery, okay, let me see. And as you can see, I have this what I just imported here. Okay, so that's with that. And then we have this one, it is also saved. So this where you save what your project. So let's say I've done this, I cannot finish with this today, so I want to save it for another day in order to work on it, right? So what I'll do is I'll just click on this, and then I'll save it as project. Here you can name your project. Okay, maybe motivational quote. Okay, so with this I can save it, and as you can see, the saving done means I'll save it as, or you can save as image as I've done earlier. As you can see, this I've saved it as what image already. I said you click on this and you choose what ultra, and then you save to what your gallery. Okay, so I've saved the project. Let's go and see it. Okay, so I said you click on here, then go to my project, and as you can see, I have this here. So these are the projects I've been embarking on. There are many just like this thumbnail. So anytime what I want to change it, I can just, as you can hear, I can click, and then I'll make some changes to it, and that is that, as you can see. Thank you for watching.